Okay, this is for the gas motor and gas pump. So the motor drives the pump. We're using the Honda GX 160, and that drives the power to turn this pump, which is this brand, and we're using the AR 30. Pretty much how that works is this shaft right here goes into this part of the pump, slide them together, and then that's the assembly. That's pretty easy. You're going to want to put it on top of a skid. Another item that makes the system really cool is the agitator. You can buy these on Amazon. I bought like a 5-pack with 1/2-inch thread. You can do a knockout. We'll go over it on the tank, but you put this in the bottom, and part of this pump will also feed this, so it's constantly stirring your tank, so you don't have to do it with the drill anymore. You just start your engine and the pump will drive the agitator, and you're constantly mixing your concentrate in the tank. It's a pretty awesome tool. Get these on Amazon. Also on Amazon, we've got these little meters that we put on our wand. I'll show you that later too, but you can find them on Amazon, and it tells you how many gallons you're spraying. This is the motor and pump assembled, put together on a skid, connected to the hose reel. Basic overview real quick is you got the inlet from the back tank. We're using our back tank today because I got it filled with water for our demonstration. But what you pretty much do is pull your material into the pump, and then there's several options from here. One side and two side. One of our sides goes and feeds the hose up here. The other side goes over here and it feeds the agitators that are down in the bottom of the tank. We happen to have 2 tanks in this van. Not every van can do that. This one just happens to be extra long and has really good payload. Most people are going to have just 1 tank, so you don't need to do a split like this. You just run off of one side of your pump. This part of the pump right here is called what's the backwash, so that when I release the pressure off my wand, the pressure in the pump can run back through here and up into the top of the tank. That way you don't build up too much pressure when you're not actually pulling the wand. Okay, the nice thing about this is you can use the valves to adjust your pressure. This thing does that, but we hardly ever use it, because if you use your agitator valve and close it a little, it'll put more spray to this side so that you can make at your wand location stronger. So we kind of just use these valves. We have 2, so we have the option here. If you do 2, you can turn off one tank and then turn on the other and let them run, so you can stop the agitator in the tank you're not using until you're ready to use it, and then you can switch over. Same thing on the top for the backwash. Turn one tank off and turn the other one on. But these are really nice to adjust your flow to the wand. You can also do it with engine speed with the gas, but we usually just crank it and use our agitator pressure to pressurize the wand the way we want it to. You make that fine little adjustment once at the beginning of the job, and pretty much holds it the whole time. And we'll show you how the pressure works here in a little bit. Just showing you the 2 tanks. Like I said, most vans are going to just have 1. We just have the payload, so we can do 2. If you do happen to get one where you can change, we added valves up here too. So right now this tank is off because I'm running out of this tank, and this tank's on. So when I release the pressure out of my wand, it comes out of that black backflow side of the pump and recirculates into the water. And then down here at the bottom is the agitator. So we just switch tanks with our valves and run whatever one we want. And I'll show you guys how all that works on live demo once we fire up the motor. Okay, this is a 1 square area that we have cut in our concrete, and you can see that the reader was at 1.15. Not too bad, keeping us close. But I could also go adjust the pressure on the agitator valve and spray again, and I got a lighter sprinkle. Go back, you can adjust it to whatever you want and just play with it and make it work out, and then back up again, just to show you guys how much you can do and how little. So this is when you release the pressure off the wand. You got the agitator running and the backflow water comes in through the top of the tank, constantly mixing it for you. That agitator does run the whole time, but when you release the wand, it's better too. So these are once again the pump and the motor. We're using I'm gonna butcher that name, Anavi AR30. It's a diaphragm pump. And there's also the Honda GX 160. Those together work just fine. We're buying our stuff from Al Barnes in Sacramento Valley, California. He works for SUPPLYLINE, and his phone number is 916-782-7739.